Hey everybody, welcome to this special on Chiron, moving out of retrograde and going direct. So this year, Chiron is going direct in Pisces. So when Chiron was in retrograde, it encouraged us to dive deep into our emotional wounds, unresolved traumas and spiritual blockages. It supported all of that. It allowed us opportunities for reflection, which could, if we follow them, allow us to gain insights into the areas of our lives that require healing and transformation. Now with Chiron going direct in Pisces, we can expect a surge of energy that can push us more outwardly forward in our healing and growth. Pisces is associated with empathy, compassion, secrets and spirituality. Chiron's healing influence is obviously amplified when it's in Pisces, as it encourages us to integrate the lessons we learned during Chiron's retrograde phase and over the past year. It invites us to take the insights gained from our introspection and apply them to our lives in practical ways. This can involve making changes in our relationships, releasing old patterns that no longer serve us, embracing a greater sense of self-compassion and self-care, and it sort of promotes collective healing and spiritual growth. It calls for us to connect with our inner selves and tap into a deeper level of compassion for not only ourselves but for others. It's a time where we can come together and support one another as a collective or family or community through acts of kindness, understanding and forgiveness. The combination of Chiron and Pisces encourages us to explore our spiritual beliefs and practices, to heal and find peace in times of uncertainty. It reminds us that we are all connected on the soul level, and that by nurturing our own healing journey, we can contribute to the healing of the world around us. Now I'm going to just talk about what Chiron going direct means in general. So astrologically speaking, as I said, when Chiron goes direct, it signifies a shift in energy. It's like pressing the play button after pausing for introspection, self-reflection. Just as Chiron is known as the wounded healer in astrology, its direct motion encourages us to address our own inner wounds and start a journey of external healing and self-discovery. So this can be by seeking out tools to help us heal, like podcasts, books, spiritual practices like yoga and meditation and stuff like that as well. Chiron going direct serves as a reminder that our past experiences and traumas can be transformed into sources of wisdom and strength. Practically, Chiron going direct prompts us to take action and implement the lessons we've learned during its retrograde phase. It's a time to put theory into practice and make positive changes in our lives. So imagine Chiron as a personal trainer, pushing us to step out of our comfort zones and embrace growth. That's sort of like what it can feel like. On a spiritual, esoteric level, it invites us to connect with our higher selves and tap into the wisdom of the universe, our higher power, our God, whatever. Just as Chiron bridges the gap between the physical and the spiritual realms, its direct motion serves as a catalyst for spiritual growth and enlightenment. It's a time to dig deep into meditation, self-reflection and practices that nourish your soul and higher consciousness. Symbolically, it symbolises our healing journey and the turning point within it. It represents the moment when we can finally release or start the work of releasing old psychological, emotional, spiritual wounds and embrace a new chapter in our lives. Just as a butterfly emerges from its cocoon, Chiron emerging from its retrograde motion signifies our own transformation and rebirth. We are no longer bound by the pain of the past. Instead, we are empowered to embrace the present moment and create a brighter future for ourselves. During this time, it's important to be gentle with ourselves as we sort of navigate the maze of the healing process. So in astrology, Chiron energy is known as the wounded healer. So this transit reminds us that we too can become healers for ourselves and others. By acknowledging our wounds and working through them, we find healing and develop newfound compassion for those who may be experiencing similar struggles. Creatively, this shift represents a source of inspiration and creative expression. It can be as if the floodgates are opened, allowing for our creativity to flow freely and more effortlessly. Ideas that were once stagnant or elusive for us to grasp or execute can come alive right now with vitality, pushing us to pursue our passions and explore just new possibilities on every single level that you wish to. On an emotional level, the direct motion of Chiron brings a sense of healing and growth into our inner world, encouraging us to, just confront the things that have held us back and just to move forward, let go of our mask and our pretense and our toxic thoughts and behaviours and addictions, slowly but slowly reaching out for help, building that trust within ourselves and that stability, and just express our emotions more honestly and creating a space for genuine intimacy with ourselves and others. On a worldly level, as I said, it points to a shift in our collective consciousness towards healing, wanting us to just reassess our values and priorities, wanting us to prioritise our emotional well-being and spiritual growth above material possessions on the global scale, reminding us that true abundance lies not in wealth alone but also in inner harmony and self-discovery. From a political perspective, Chiron going direct out of retrograde suggests a potential re-evaluation of policies and systems that kind of control our healthcare and education and social welfare. This cosmic event prompts us to address the deep-rooted wounds within our society, advocating for healing and transformative change. It calls for politicians to prioritise compassion and empathy and inclusivity in our decision-making processes, creating a more harmonious and equal society. In terms of the social impact, it signifies an opportunity for us to embrace our vulnerabilities and work towards healing and growth, and encourages us to have more open and public conversations about our wounds and traumas that are honest and genuine and not just geared towards wanting to seek popularity but being really real and authentic. It helps us to be more empathetic and understanding with each other. It wants us to seek support, whether through therapy, counselling or other healing modalities, and this can create a sort of ripple effect if we allow it of empowerment and emotional well-being in communities. Obviously, as with any astrology transit, there's always other transits going on that counteract all this positivity and stuff. But if we're just open to change, we can achieve it. And supporting each other towards our journey of wholeness. This is what Chiron going direct wants us to do. In terms of the karmic lessons, Chiron going direct allows us to face any old patterns, as I said, that can be holding us back. Karmic lessons that come to us will be centered around self-healing and acceptance, urging us to confront and embrace the pain and traumas that are buried deep within us that we normally can run away from, giving us the ground to find that inner peace by sometimes bringing the pain to us, and the struggles, especially unresolved issues that centre around unhealed wounds from our previous lifetimes or lifetimes, where we ignore our emotional, psychological and spiritual needs may come to our attention. It invites us to seek understanding and closure for our karmic debts or unfinished business. By paying attention to what happens now and our dreams, we can gain clarity and insight into our present circumstances, and just really bringing to our attention the ability to recognise patterns that have been repeating through multiple lifetimes and giving us the chance to break free from the cycle of karmic repetition if we are open to it. So now I'm just going to talk about how Chiron going direct out of retrograde can influence our committed and hookup relationships. So In committed relationships, it can be like a cosmic chiropractor tweaking our relationship sore spots, because it encourages us to be more vulnerable, open and honest, and we cannot like doing that. It forces us to address long-standing issues that we have put off addressing with newfound clarity. If we are prepared to face the truth, this can result in stronger bonds and sort of like deeper intimacy, but that can be hard to achieve because we can dislike discussing the things that we hide from each other in relationship. It can be hard to face those truths and wounds, especially if it's around issues of cheating and stuff like that as well. So even though Chiron can help us grow in our relationships and face those hidden wounds, because it shines a spotlight on the cracks in our relationship, it can lead to turmoil and discomfort as we confront our individual and couple baggage. But with awareness can come an opportunity for a stronger connection, and this is what it's all about. In terms of hookups, people can seek more meaningful connections. Suddenly fleeting moments of passion may not be enough anymore. People may crave deeper emotional connections and genuine intimacy, because it can bring up to the surface unresolved emotional wounds in our hookup relationships. But whatever comes up now serves as a catalyst for us to confront our insecurities and past hurts. And although this can, again bring turbulence, in the end it can bring clarity. But, just watch out, because, you may just be looking for a fling. It can get intense and this can be scary. But just try and power them through. Give yourself space if needed, and let other people have their space as well. In terms of our career, it can inspire us to, find and seek our true profession and align with our authentic values in our jobs. So we may leave jobs, we may go for that promotion, we may slowly start learning new skills so we can eventually one day leave our job. Spiritually, encourage us to, as I said, get in touch with our inner selves and our sense of purpose and connect to higher realms. Personally, it can want us to really accept and forgive and let go, continuing or starting the work of that, just being more self-aware and just embracing growth on all levels as we take more responsibility for our life direction and relationships. In terms of educational development, it can make us want to seek out new knowledge and expand our intellectual capabilities. So we may seek out educational opportunities that align more with our passions and interests, and this can lead to more growth. As I said earlier, when it comes to relationship dynamics in all relationships, it just encourages us to take responsibility for our own emotional well-being and support the growth of any partners we have, or just any friends, or whether it's a co-worker. Just be more supportive and open-minded and compassionate. Now I'm just going to talk about what's the best things for creatives, professionals and entrepreneurs and alternative healers to do with this energy. So creatives can experiment with new ideas and trust their intuition to guide them towards more inspired creations. Professionals can use this to reevaluate their career goals and just seeing if they need to make any changes in how they go about progressing in their career or behaving with their co-workers and bosses. It's a good energy to seek out guidance or mentor or anything like that. Entrepreneurs can review their business strategies and make the necessary changes. It's a good energy for entrepreneurs to reassess their business models, refine their marketing techniques and explore new opportunities for innovation and expansion. Alternative healers can deepen their own personal healing practice, taking time to nurture their own well-being and explore new techniques that can increase their healing abilities with their clients. It's a good time to connect with like-minded people in the healing community, share knowledge and work on projects that promote healing and transformation. Lovers can use this energy to deepen the understanding of themselves and their relationships, reflect on past wounds or emotional patterns that are toxic, and stopping their ability to form more healthy and fulfilling connections. So yeah, all in all, positively, Chiron gives us the chance to heal and increase our compassion and self-awareness and empathy for others. Although there may be discomfort and resistance to facing these unresolved issues, this can cause tension in relationships and intensify emotional, psychological and spiritual pain as our buried emotions and issues come to the surface, and this can be overwhelming. But psychologically, it wants us to integrate our past experiences so we can live a more balanced life and uncover hidden aspects of ourselves that can lead to a profound transformation in our inner world. The best use of this energy is to just be more compassionate and prioritise your emotional well-being, using this opportunity to develop more empathy towards others and strengthen your connections through, facing pain. So yeah, that's the end of this analysis on Chiron going direct. Take care and see you next time.